Gentlemen,
boys and girls, children of all ages. Paul, yell at me when we're live, damn it. We're live? Can we get it confirmed on the computers? Are we live? We're here with the Mr. Grant Cardone. Can we verify if this thing is actually working? Oh, there we are. We are live.
Ooh.
It looks like it's happening right now. Let me hit this play button. I got my chat up. And
You're building an audience.
that's right. We have an audience.
Facebook is building an audience for you.
Facebook is doing the
So look, okay, so here's the deal. How many people do you think you're going to have on this stream today?
We'll probably have about
live.
Well, it was the last minute, so we'll probably have about 100 to 125, I'd say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many do you think we're going to have?
We're at 146, 174.
Grant Cardone, everybody. What's up? You're here with Billy Jean, the master of customer acquisition, and you're here with Grant Cardone, the godfathers of sales.
Billy Jean's not my girl. I didn't do it. I didn't leave nothing in you.
Grant, can you do me a favor? Can you tell everybody where the hell you just came from?
I came from Vegas, Sin City, man.
And before that, where were you?
You know, because we're talking about marketing here,
Yeah.
right? Now, look at Vegas. It says that the whole town's built on a lie,
Sure.
right? The place where you go and what's the branding there, the marketing?
What happens in Vegas stays in
Whatever
Vegas.
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, except for the gonorrhea,
Yep.
except for the syphilis,
Fact.
except for the hangover.
And the money that you lose up there.
Yeah.
It's true. So what,
The tattoo.
so what did you come back with?
I came back with their money.
Okay, I like that. I
In
like
my
that.
bag. That's why your boy wanted to carry my bag, and I said, no, I don't think so, man.
What, you got something in there for us?
Well,
Grant Cardone comes with gifts, everybody.
I got some of that win money.
I think he's legitimately out here about to break us off.
I got some of that win money, you
So
know.
and let me show him the sticker. Paul, if you can go to camera one right here, and I'll give it back, I promise, maybe. But you see the sticker around here, it lets you know it's $5,000.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you see the sticker around this one, it lets you know it's $10,000.
That's not all though, but anyway.
So Grant, my audience
I'm
knows.
not bragging now out here, okay?
He's just saying.
But winning's important. That's part of my thing, man. You guys need to win, man. Money needs to become something you count, you look at, you pay attention to, and that you get.
You know what also is important? Honesty. My audience expects honesty every time. So Grant Cardone, how much money did you win?
I won more than what I have showed you right there.
How much did you win? Give us a range of because everybody at home is just wondering right now how much money does that man have?
You guys post in comments what you think I won.
Okay.
I only played 2 hours. Here's a blackjack table.
Okay, but if you were betting big,
So if you're right, I tell you what, if you're right on the number, I'll give $1,000 to the person hits the exact number.
even better, give $1,000 to the person closest to you. Right now, this second.
And I give
Guess the
$1,000
damn number.
And I give $1,000 to you, my new best friend.
So that's a promise from Grant Cardone. We literally won't talk about anything else today until somebody gets this number right, because I'll be happy to take that $1,000. But at the same time, I respect your guys' time. So Grant Cardone, my audience is filled with marketers. These are people out there who are helping local businesses every single day. Hands down, the biggest problem that I see them facing is sales. Just literally not asking for it. From your personal experience, why the hell are people afraid to ask for the sale?
Well, you know, it's an interesting thing. In my career, I didn't understand marketing. I mean, I learned how to sell, and I didn't know how to market.
Right.
Don't know that I know how to market now.
I think you're doing it okay.
You know, but what I do is I puke a lot. I just do a lot of whatever in my life. Everything has been very difficult for me. Nothing's been easy. I mean, I see people saying, "Oh, dude, you got it made," and I'm like,
Can you be real too? Did you come from money, or did you?
Oh no money, no connections, no help, no
like
mentorship.
straight up didn't have it, no inheritance or anything like that.
I came from a place worse than poverty.
Wow.
I came from the middle class.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because you have a refrigerator and you have heat and you have electricity and you got a warm bed.
So you're comfortable.
So and you know, and then you got all this information around you. You got people around you saying you need to be grateful for what you have.
Right.
So I didn't have to market myself, man.
Okay.
I was comfortable. The middle class does not market themselves.
Sure.
So when you're brought up with just enough, why do anything?
Sure.
So now, when you brought up in poverty, because I went to poverty, I went from the middle class down. Like some people start at the bottom. I
started in the middle, then went down, and came back to the top.
And then went down again and down again and down again. So
when you were brokest, how broke were you? To give everybody like actual numerical numbers, like.
Well, it wasn't. You know, if you're really broke, it's never about money.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be money. You're going to be broke financially, but you're going to be broke spiritually. Your self-esteem's going to be destroyed. You're going to be bankrupt across the board. I was bankrupt. Like when you wake up in the morning and you don't respect yourself, when you wake up in the morning and you're like, I need to quit doing this drug, but I know there's probably no chance I'm going to make it 15 minutes. That's what my day started like, dude. Literally, I'd wake up in the morning. I can remember the bed, the colors, everything. I remember the little table side I had over here, man. It looked like it cost like $20.
Yeah.
And there was always a drug there. And I'd roll over in the morning and say, I'm not.
Were you pretty like heavy drugs?
Oh, terrible, man.
Okay.
Terrible. I mean, just whatever you want to imagine. It was bad. So
how old were you at this time?
I'm from the age of 16 to it really got terrible in my 20s, like 19 to 24, 25. I used drugs every day from the age of 16 to 25.
Holy shit.
Every day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I smoked weed all day long. I popped pills all day long. I snorted cocaine. I mean, it was terrible. And I didn't want to. I didn't want to do any of that. I'm not bragging. I'm telling everybody out there, like, if you're doing that stuff, you will never ever be. You'll never reach your full potential. I don't care how much they legalize. They can legalize all the weed, all the heroin. If me and a druggie is going into a deal, I'm coming out with that deal, and you'll never walk with that deal, and you'll never keep your money. So, and it's not a moral issue. It's about, like, if you really want to make your dreams come true. Yeah. And I know we didn't plan on talking about drugs here, but
no, this is good.
But by the time I was 25, first of all, I had less money when I was 25 than when I was 8.
Fuck.
How do you go backwards? I have a college degree now. I have more experience. I know more.
When did you get your college degrry? So you kind of got through college while you had all the guys through party and all that.
I got a college degree at 23 while I'm doing
accounting.
In accounting.
Okay.
And by the time I had more self-confidence at 8 years old than when I was 18.
Fuck.
So I'm going backwards, right? Well, it hurts so much because you know you got potential. Yeah. See, if you grow up in the projects, man, you got plenty of excuses around you.
Right.
This is prison. I'm never getting out. I was brought up this way. If you're in Pakistan or Iran, you're like, there's no getting out of here.
Yeah.
I knew I could, and I think most of your listeners know they can. So for me, when I finally cleaned up, all I knew how to do was go ask, who's going to buy my suit today? Okay? And I had a car sales job that I didn't want. So I
sold cars too. That's where all the kids start.
I didn't know anything about marketing. I didn't know. I just remember watching a mattress guy. And I'm like, every city's got their mattress guy, right? Yeah. And the mattress guy makes a lot of money. Or the car dealer that's just blasting the airways. But I didn't know. I didn't have money. I couldn't advertise. I couldn't market. Well, there was no Facebook. There was no affordable way to market.
Right.
So I was just like, when I'd get a hold of somebody, I'd be like, come on, let's do this, man. But I learned how to sell. I mean, I spent years.
So you weren't like a natural born. You didn't come out the gate and just start making cars.
Terrible salesperson. Hated it.
So just so I get the timeline right. So
five sales jobs that I was terrible at.
So almost a decade is this drug problem, trying to figure out life, and then you end up selling cars after that.
I only sold cars because that's the only people that give me a job.
Shit.
So they knew I had a drug problem, and my uncle got me the deal.
So you took the job kind of out of a favor / desperation. How do you make a transition from something like that? Because like I always believe that it's some kind of experience or some person.
I walked out of a treatment center. and the guy said, "Hey man, you're never going to make it." I was up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and he said, and they put me on another drug, by the way. 30 years ago. This is what they were doing 30 years ago. You know the whole thing's a scheme now. Yeah. These are factories for producing legal drug addicts now. Yeah. So people that are vulnerable and going in saying, dude, I got a problem. They're coming out on drugs that are worse than the drugs they went in on.
Jesus.
So they walked me out of the place. The guy, I forget his name. Thank God I forgot his name. He says, man, you need to, because you spill your guts there. Yeah. But part of the recovery process is you got to look at your history. So the guy says to me, he knows everything about me because I told him everything.
Right.
And now he uses it against me. He's like, look, man, you got to give up all your ideas of getting rich.
Oh, shit.
The idea that you're going to write books and help people one day, and that you're going to be famous and you're going to change the world. Give it all up, man, because you'll be successful if you just don't use drugs 24 hours at a time. And I walked out there and said, dude, that's not a life.
Yeah.
I want to fulfill my dreams. So really, my life started when I walked out of there. I walked into that car dealership. I looked around. I said, man, I don't want to do this. And I said, this is all I can do. So I threw myself completely into it.
So you had this limiting belief that this was it for you. This was Grant Cardone. And then when did the shift happen?
I threw myself. I took that addiction that I had, that problem I had, and I threw it all into the only thing I could look at. And I just said, I'm going to go all in on this one thing. I'm going to get obsessed. I'm not going to try to do the balance thing. I'm going to go all in, because I was scared, man. And so that obsession, this drive to like just focus, not so much prove that guy wrong, but like I didn't want to use drugs, dude.
Right.
You know, I didn't want to go back. It wasn't my friends that were the problem. It wasn't the drug dealer.
You just didn't want to feel the way that you were feeling before.
It was free time, man. When I had free time, I got in trouble. If I look at my whole life, anytime I had free time, I got in trouble. And it doesn't mean I was arrested. It means I got in trouble.
Sure. So, you just got me off guard. I have all these cue cards, so I was asking these questions. Now we're having a real ass conversation.
Yeah,
so,
he said before, how many you want to get? And I did. I
asked them. I was like, is there anything off limits that I can't ask? And here we are talking about the real.
I'm the same guy all the time, so.
Okay, so I like to reverse engineer shit. My brain's going crazy right now. So here you are, you're selling cars, you get good at it.
I got great at it, dude. I didn't get good at it. I went from being terrible to like, look, I could sit down with somebody and I knew what you would say before you would say it.
How much money were you making when you got great, when you were absolutely killing it?
Oh, I never made more than $100 grand selling cars. Yeah.
So even
let me tell you, when I made my first $3 grand, okay, I was making $3 grand a month, and I couldn't figure out how to make more than that. Yeah. And then when I put my head down, I spent $3,000 on a guy's training program.
Okay.
And I watched that freaking thing over and over. I watched it until it was the old Betamax tapes.
Yep.
And I watched it until.
So you're on VHS, the old school shit. Just put it in VCR.
Even before VHS, right? And
so this is before my time. You got to educate our viewers. We don't know what you're talking about.
I'm living at my mama's house.
Okay.
Okay, but all this stuff's going to be old in the future too.
Sure.
So don't think you guys are all. I'm all hip. You all in the past already, man. Okay, so I'm
living with the mom.
I borrowed about $3 grand from my mom. I said, look, I need to borrow $3,000.
And you get this
training. The
training.
treatment center was like $30 grand.
Yeah.
The insurance covered, and they kicked me out after 28 days. The whole thing's a scam, dude. So I told my mom, I said, I got to get good at this car sales thing. Lend me $3 grand. I had never borrowed money from anybody except the government for college.
Yeah.
And so I'd kind of given up on education too.
Well, here's the question. We talk about this a lot within our office. Let's take that training, that $3,000 you invested, versus the traditional accounting degree that you have.
Dude, I made my money back in a week. I made $6 grand the first month. The first month, for me, I still remember when I went from $3 grand to $6 grand. I was like, I made $9 million on an apartment deal last month. Okay, one deal. I've had it 3 years. $9 million hit my freaking bank. I was like, damn. I still remember that $3 grand. Dude.
Way more than that.
That $3 grand was a bigger score for me than that $9 million was last month, a couple weeks ago.
For your
because it gave me like, oh God, man, I can do this, man.
Yeah. Question for you, because you have children, yes?
Yeah.
How old's your daughter?
5 and 7.
Okay, 5 and 7 years old. Knowing what you know now, and especially giving so many trainings, helping so many people. Would you recommend? We have a daughter too. My girl's over there. Yeah. She's 9 months.
No.
Would you put her in traditional college?
She'll have a choice to go to 3 colleges, either one of them, and it's going to be three, maybe 4, maybe 5 colleges. And the thing that I will measure is who's at those colleges. Mm. All I wanted to do is go get hooked up.
Yeah.
I don't need to learn what's in those books, dude. Those books are so outdated already.
Yep.
You know, the technology we have today is outdated tomorrow. Right? So the only reason I would go to college today, and I think it's probably good for some people, but not most people. I went, so nobody can tell me I'm wrong on this because I went. I got a good degree. I didn't get a bullshit degree. I got an accounting degree. Yeah. And why if I sat down and told you, hey man, borrow 40 grand, where's the return? When do I get my 40 grand back? Maybe you don't get it. How would I do this? How do I spin this pitch, man? Okay. By the way, it's going to take you 5 years at 40 grand, so it's going to be 200. If it wasn't free, you wouldn't do it, man.
So let me flip this on you, especially for all the skeptics out there, because skeptics are always broke. So other people would say, all right, so he's not a fan of traditional education, and neither am I.
It could be for a doctor. I mean, if you're a doctor or you're going to be a lawyer or a hedge fund guy,
but for most people, it's bullshit.
Because they don't go with the right intentions. Like what's the intention? Why are you going there? Okay, why 4 years? Even 12 years of public schools. Why is it 12 years?
Yeah.
Because it's 12 years, just so everybody knows, so the government can charge $180 billion in funds to taxpayers. So I could have been out of school in 6 years, in high school, elementary school to high school. I was always a bright guy. You're a bright dude, man. Like, it went so slow. And this goes back to that thing about time. When you give me too much time, man, okay?
That's when shit happens.
Dude, I started wandering off to the little girl sitting next to me, whether I was in the 3rd grade or the 30th grade. So I would just say that most people, it takes too long to get out, it costs too much to go, and what are you learning? By the time you get out, technology and everything is changing. You know,
At a glance, so here's Grant. He comes from the lowest of lows, I'd say. You're selling cars. You make this $3,000. You invest into yourself.
Who wants to be a car salesman, man?
Who wants to be in the car salesman? Like I did the car sales thing too.
Yeah.
I immediately got out of it, so I'm with you on the same page.
Yeah.
So now here you're on this next step. When did you $9 million in deal is insane. We'll get there.
Yeah,
But what was like the incremental? Like when did you switch out of cars and said I'm going to start going into real estate?
When I was a kid, I've always wanted to be rich. This is not about, you hear no one talking about this. Most people say, I don't do it for the money. They won't know me for my possessions. You know, I just want to give back. And they pull all these heartstrings. Let me just tell the audience, I want to get rich. I want to get stupid rich. I want to get so rich that I become an example for other people. It's not going to make me a bad person. I've already had my worst days. Yeah. More money will not make me worse. It means I can help my community, help my churches, maybe start shifting politics a little bit. Look, money is important. And nobody's talking about it. 17 years I went to school and there wasn't one course that said money is important. You need money. You have to have money to exist on this planet. So you got people that won't even advertise because they're so miseducated about money. If you grew up any way like I did, and I know you did, your parents said save your money, watch the money. Yeah. A penny saved is
a penny earned.
It's a penny, man. It's a penny. A penny is a penny. Okay. Don't save for a rainy day. It don't rain in San Diego, man. Yeah. And when you do, you don't go outside. So these are all old ideas. Save your money. Why? Why save it? I want to use money. I want money. The purpose of money, man, is to give that money to Billy Jean so he can market for you and build your brand out. Because the reality is, if nobody knows you, they're not going to give you their money. It's not your money you want. It's somebody else's money you want.
So for those of you guys who don't follow Grant Cardone, you're fucking up.
They don't know me.
You definitely should be.
How many people we got, Jared?
307 live, but there's probably been 2,000.
Yeah. Got you. And we got 108 here.
Yeah.
If I could, and what I'm trying to give my audience here is like the actual steps, because too many times we have people come in, they try to invest in our programs, and I'm not fucking kidding. They say in a month, if I'm not making X amount of dollars, then the world's over, shattered. How long did it take you to actually like struggle, like miss and strike out and strike out and strike out?
When I got that sales program, I made money the next week.
What was that money? How much?
$3,000.
So you made $3,000 in 1 week.
I made my $3,000 back. I made my $3,000. I invested $3,000, had my $3,000 back, paid my mom back. But now I had something nobody could take from me.
Skill set.
Skills. So see, the thing about marketing is it disappears. You got to keep doing the marketing thing, okay? Yeah. So the whole trick is, do you have the ability, and you know marketing, but I learned sales. I wish I would have learned both at the same time, because if I don't have anybody to sell to, it don't matter.
Right.
So you got one guy that's a really good salesman, right? But nobody's in the store, JCPenney. Because they're idiots over there, right? All they do is advertise how cheap stuff is, and finally it's people like, I don't want to go to the cheap place, I want to go to the cool place. So I didn't learn the marketing piece, part because the only way to market 20 years ago was to buy the billboard. Or the benches, and the benches never worked, by the way. They
definitely don't work now.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, the only way marketing really works is if you're everywhere all at the same time. I didn't learn how to market until I was 51 years old.
Shit.
Maybe 52. Maybe.
So when did Grant Cardone get rich? So you do the car stuff.
That's a 2-hour.
Give me the short of it. So you go to cars. Then what was it like? How did you make much
income? I went to cars. I started making $100,000 a year selling cars, which was like, dude, that was a lot of money to me. Lake Charles, Louisiana, I was like, I can't spend this money because I've never had a spending problem.
Right.
And I was so productive. When I left there, the company shut down 7 months later. They couldn't function without my production was so high.
So you were on point. What business did you do after car sales?
So I went after that. I studied the sales process so hard that, like I was saying earlier, I knew everything that was happening. Dude, I took notes. I recorded deals. Yeah. I knew everything. Customers broke down into 4 or 5 customers, and I knew who you were. I could hear it in the tone of your voice. Yeah. So I mean, I became like I could feel everything. I personally, this isn't bragging, by the way. This is just what it is.
Keeping it real.
I know more about sales than any person living on this planet today.
That's a statement.
Yeah. And I know. I mean, I could start talking about any part of the sales process, the greeting, them looking at a page, like what the buyer wants when they look at this part. I mean, I just know buyers. Yeah.
So you
know,
take
I'm
that.
making $100,000, then I leave that and I go start my own gig. And my own gig went from $100,000 a year working for somebody else to $29,000 a year.
Okay, so you took a step back, but this time
I took a big step back, and it was 3 years.
What you just buy and sell cars or something?
No, I was cold calling on car dealers.
Oh shit!
So I decided I'm going to teach car dealers how to do what I know how to do.
So you started training.
I started teaching a new sales process.
Got it.
The new way to sell things. The problem is,
so in other words, people kept saying, "Grant, you're killing it here. You're an actual practitioner. You're selling more cars than anybody. What the hell are you doing?" And you said, "Well, screw it. I'm just going to teach you."
Nobody was asking. Nobody knew me. But I had this idea. I'm going to go change the sales process. I'm going to be the next Brian Tracy. I'm going to be the guy, but for the 21st century, because sales has not changed in 100 years. Yeah. And that's why so many people out there, in all fairness to people watching, you hate sales because it really hates salespeople. The sales hates the people involved in it.
That's true.
Because it tells you to trick and manipulate and deceive and don't give them all the information, and all of it's bullshit, man.
So how is your way different than all of that hype?
I was 30 years ago, or 25 years ago, I guess, I was telling people to give them information before they even got into the process. So I didn't know it, but I was actually saying, man, don't wait till somebody asks how much. Don't wait till they tell them, man, and give them choices. I was just a little ahead of my time, man, because when the internet hit and I understood the internet, once I understood really social, not the internet, when I saw social and I understood social, I was up in LA, I guess it was 2009, and dude, I was like, whoa, that YouTube shit looks sweet.
So you jumped on it.
Because I have so much content. You know, when you commit to something, getting good at something, you're not going to get a little bit of data. Dude, you're going to become like a genius. Yeah. And if you're not a genius, you have not committed to your space yet. Like, you should know everything about your space, every little nook and cranny and piece of dust, so that you can provide content.
Great question for you. So, should anyone be selling before they hit that point? So, too many times, especially in marketing, we see this shit all the time. But people,
I love this interview, by the way. This is awesome, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
I haven't been able to do this yet. So.
Well, people will go out and start selling their services before they're actually fucking good at it, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah, no, I would go out before you're good at it.
So talk about that.
I would go out right now, and I don't care how bad you are, dude. You go.
Now, what about providing the service, though?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it.
What do you mean? Don't worry about that. Someone's gonna walk into a trap. So you go out, you sell them some shit. It doesn't work, and then
you better go sell them. Okay, you'll correct yourself. Okay, you'll correct yourself. It'd be like going out into the woods and taking on a grizzly bear. You're only going to do that so many times.
You're going to do it once because you're going to die.
Yeah, but I mean, in the real world, in the real economic world, the beautiful thing about the economics is it's going to discipline you. Okay.
Yeah.
And the problem is most people are failing because they're not going out.
Yeah,
not because they're not delivering. Most people watching are good people. You're good, you're awesome. Most of you actually give more than you needed to. You know, the problem is you don't get enough. You don't get enough. So, like, we have a saying in my office: overcommit and overdeliver.
Gotcha.
Not undercommit. I don't start on a lie. I'm gonna tell people, this is gonna be the best speaking gig you ever have in your damn life.
Yeah.
And then I overdeliver because that commitment forces me to overdeliver.
Right.
And I would just say that most people fail because they don't go outside and say, hey, knock, knock, let's roll. Let's do this. And when they're in the sales process, they spend too much time showing it. Like, you should be showing little pieces, ask for the business.
Yep.
Have you seen enough to make a decision? That's a killer line right there. I know you'll make a fortune on
it. Hey, Justin, write that shit down. Have you seen enough to make a commitment?
I'm going to show a guy something. I'm going to walk in, I'm going to tell him, let's say I'm selling your deal, right? What's your average price point?
$5,000.
$5,000. Mr. Johnson, look, I'm here to show you a marketing plan. It's a $5,000. I'm going to tell him up front. Okay. I'm looking for $5,000 today. There's a $10,000 program and a $25,000 program.
Gotcha.
Okay? So, oh my God, man, come on. Please don't even, it's a little premature to object. You don't even know what I do. Okay? My intention, by the way, is to walk out of here with your business today.
That's a hot start.
Okay,
you know what's funny about it? Like, I'm the ultimate implementer.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah, I know.
When people call, we will do that.
And then I'm going to have my sales process broken. Maybe I got 6 pages in my little book or something. Bang, bang. Have you seen enough to make a decision? All right, tell them how much it is. No, man, I haven't seen enough yet.
Okay, well, let's continue. Let's keep on going.
Man, let's flip that page.
So, Grant, how do you make your money now? So, like, I see a lot of interviews with Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
I'm the nitty-gritty dude. Like, when you look at your bank account, how does the money come in? Is it from real estate? Is it from the training? Like, how do you make money? How do you pay your bills?
Yeah, so there's a company called Cardone Training Technologies.
Okay.
We sell online platforms to companies,
Got it.
corporations. They're $40,000 to $80,000. That's one business. We also provide.
Pause. What do you get for ADGs?
You get an online platform where maybe 20 to 50 or 5,000.
Every sales team can.
I mean, the 5,000 would be $1 million program.
Gotcha.
Like it's Sprint. Sprint's going to do a deal with us. We train all their salespeople. So, you know, how to greet, how to call somebody back. Like sales is, for most people, sales is just a thing of soup.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that. That's the problem with it. Sales is not one subject. It's the greeting. It's the presentation.
It's the prospecting before they even know who you are.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
But I had to get a lead.
Yep.
I had to get him to see me. You're not going to close most of them. Now I got to follow up.
I have actually a question for you in my marketing mind. So with us, when we do lead generation, we use a lot of automated webinars, and we get applications again and again for our training programs.
Yeah.
So
We do free webinars.
We do. I do a ton. I have like 7 out there, and they're amazing.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yes, they are. So if Grant Cardone, how do you guys
Yes, they
generate
are.
leads for your training? Yes, they fucking are.
Yeah.
How do you get your leads for
Well,
your
let's
training?
go. Can we go back to this unfinished question about?
Wait, no, because I want to go through each step, and I don't want to forget this one.
We charge $49 for my webinars.
Okay, gotcha.
So, and I guarantee you I have more people on my webinars.
I guarantee you don't. That's why I'll beat you. I'm talking to Grant Cardone right now. I'm going to let him know that no, you don't.
You've ever had on a webinar?
But you got to remember, right now as we're sitting here talking, I'm right.
Just answer the question, dude. You're not Clinton.
We've maxed out our webinar, so we use GoToWebinar.
How many?
So 1,000.
How many?
So 1,000.
Oh my God.
But you can't compare it like that. You can't compare.
Well, sure I can. Why can't I, dude?
Because you're comparing one webinar to one webinar when we're running like 10 webinars a day.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not like a promoted event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, you've learned how to scale, and
Exactly.
that's awesome. Yeah.
So right now, I'm teaching somewhere something.
Yeah, I got it. No, that's good. That's awesome.
But how many people have you had on your webinar? Might as well just drop it.
Tens of thousands.
Well, Grant, nobody asked you.
Hey.
Anyway, so he's done. This is wrapped up here. And enough of that.
And I'm gonna tell you, Lewis House is the one that taught me how to do a webinar. He kept telling me, you need to do a webinar.
Did it change your guys' business, especially in the training
Well, I
side?
did one with him. He told me to quit selling it on Thursday. He's like, look, man, you're gonna sell it. You're gonna oversell it. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds good to me.
So you did.
and so he's like, no, you need to quit marketing. So I told my guys, he's the pro, man. Let's quit marketing. I knew it was wrong.
Right.
I knew it was wrong. If Howes was here right now, I'm gonna do an interview with him and just say, dude, you were wrong. So.
So
then what happened was we didn't keep pushing it. So what happened? We came up short.
Got it.
Which is what the whole book, the 10X Rule, was about. Like, you're always going to come up short, man.
Right.
You always will come up short. So just expand your think and your actions. And he didn't want to charge anything, and he wanted to wait till the end of the deal to sell the offer. And I'm like, dude, I walked away from that thing. I said, that was a great experience.
This is huge. Everyone wants to know this in my audience right now. So webinars, we traditionally thought that you make the offer at the end. What Grant's saying is,
we sell 20% of our upsells are done in the first 14 minutes.
ooh. Send one of those webinars to me, Jared.
No, man. Because I have nothing to hide, man. I have great content. If you have great content, then you have an obligation to your family. And this goes back to, I don't know if we have the Millionaire booklet or we have the playbook or any of that stuff. You got the playbook in the car?
I bought the playbook side now.
Okay.
It's so.
I don't know if you have it down here, but look, you guys got to get your money right. Before you worry about sales and marketing, you need, if I was going to do anything different today, I would be teaching courses on money today, not sales and marketing.
Why is
I think people got their money, their money, the seniority and the importance of money is screwed up for people.
So my girl's sitting right there, and that's been a conversation that we've been having in our house all the time. Is like there's nowhere to learn like what to do with your money as you earn. So that's the number one reason why I reached out to you actually, because you had a live stream about money and how to actually manage it, and what you were saying was so different than what everybody else is saying. I mean, finally someone is actually speaking.
You know, I used to live in San Diego, and I'd hear people say all the time, "Man, you know, we could move to Tulsa." And God,
you pay way less taxes.
Dude, that's so stupid, man. I already know you have money problems. You don't move to somewhere because it's cheaper. You move to someplace because there's opportunity. So 3 things people don't know about money. They don't know how to get it. They definitely don't know how to keep it. But most importantly, they don't know how to multiply it. So to go back to that first question, there's Cardone Training Technologies. There's our online platform, which is a lot of webcasts.
Okay.
Entry level.
So that's
people give me 29 cents, or they give me nothing, or they give me a webinar, $29. And then the third company was the real estate company. And then there's Grant Cardone TV, which is kind of a.
How does the real estate company work?
The real estate company's got 4,000 apartments that make $1,000 a month.
Oh shit.
So.
Pretty straightforward. So that $9 million check last month, how'd you do it?
I sold a deal. I bought a deal and sold a deal. You know, I started buying apartments here. This was my first place I ever bought apartments. But again, you see, I shop. I did my homework on apartments. I've never read a book on apartments. I started 3 years before I moved to San Diego. I lived in Houston, and every weekend for 3 years, I would go shop real estate. I would go look at apartments. I would look at the financial statements. It always made sense to me. Yeah. There's some things that just have always made sense to me. I always knew I wanted this. You know.
Okay, taking that back. Okay.
And I always liked real estate. My dad used to drive. He loved looking at houses.
Yeah.
And
me and my dad used to do that. Like if there was an open house, we just go in to check it out.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you feel good, right? Yeah. So nobody here should buy a house. By the way, it was one of the big lies. Okay, buying a house.
Hold on. We were talking about this too. No, we just rented a fucking place for a year because I was like, I don't feel comfortable because I don't know shit about it.
Keep renting, man.
Why? Tell people why. Because this is going against everything that everybody says. Everyone who's watching right now is throwing up on themselves like Grant Cardone doesn't know shit. What is he going on? How do you justify that? $9 million last month, but he's probably making stuff up.
Yeah, dude, that's not the $9 million's nothing. Like I'm gonna do a deal this month that's $160 million.
What's the biggest?
I'm gonna buy $160 million deal.
What's the biggest check you've ever had deposited into your account, or the biggest transfer, whatever you want to call it, at one time?
I don't know.
If you had to guess.
26 million.
$26 million.
Yeah. 23.4 million.
Are you listening to this?
You know.
$26 million.
But you see, that's because people don't know how to make money.
And then he brushes it up. Yeah, that's nothing, Billy. But anyways.
But listen, because anybody can do it, dude. But you got to be in the right space. You can't do it if you own a home. Do you know anybody's ever made $26 million on a house? You can't, man. It's never happened. Warren Buffett has the same damn house he bought 40 years ago, and he's never there. He don't give a shit about a house. Yeah. He buys companies. You guys buy houses and doormats.
Right.
You're dumb, man. No offense, but you were made dumb. You were made. You were.
You don't know what you don't know.
No, yeah, but just peel the eyes open a little bit. Like, look, man, your mommy and daddy were trapped. The millennials are the smartest generation of people that's ever come around. They're not lazy, they're smart, they're a little confused, but they're looking around saying, something wrong, man. Shit, my mom and dad worked their whole life to have what? A house we don't even like? Wow. You know? And they do everything. The house is for the banks. Your house that you live in is for the banks. Okay? If you hate paying rent, then become the landlord. Not the renter and not the owner of a house. Okay? Houses don't have income. You pay for a house, so it can't be a money-making deal. So a house, college, and the 401k are the biggest 3 scams perpetuated on the American public to make them prisoners in the middle class.
Shit. So let's flip that. On the other side of that, what's the smartest investment that someone can make? So now you kind of know what not to do, but give us something.
Smartest investment you can possibly make is in yourself, because nobody can take it and they can't tax it.
So here's a fun question to follow up with that.
Yeah.
If we take away all of the money in your bank account right now, we take away all the attention you've gotten, all of the broadcasts you're following, your
you can't
list.
take that away.
Well, listen,
nobody can take that away.
No one can take it away.
They can take my money.
Sure.
They cannot take away the attention.
But right now I'm putting you on a different planet, right? But you still have the same skill set.
Okay.
So you're still Grant Cardone, you're still smart as hell.
What planet am I on, man?
You're on Pluto. So how and there's not even a planet anymore. I think it got played out. It got kicked off or some shit. By the way, you guys ask questions and then I'll do some live Q&A with Grant. So ask questions if you got them. But how quickly do you think you'd be able to make your first million if you had to start from complete scratch? And what would you do to do it?
I wouldn't even think about million. I'd be thinking about hey, how do I get to 100 million? I wouldn't even bother.
So how quickly would you suppress that goal?
It wouldn't work too. I wouldn't be worried about the little pieces. I would take all the money I get and reinvest it as fast as I could in the expansion of getting my attention back. I need my brand, man. I don't need this.
Is that your number one asset to you as an earner? Is your brand?
It's attention. It's not the brand. It's any attention.
Got it.
It's not what you think of the brand. Some people didn't know.
So when you write an article, you say something like "fuck a traditional 401k."
Yeah, you
all
saw
of that. I did see that.
Yeah, they didn't like that one.
They didn't like it at all, but it got a ton of attention.
And it's true. So I'm not just doing it for attention. I'm doing it because it's true.
So in short, that answer to get back to that million, a month, couple months.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't look at it like that. I don't think you don't make $1 million. Like it's a weird way for you think that you're like, when are you gonna make your first million? I don't know when I made my first million. I just looked up one day. I was so busy working, dude. I looked up and I was like, damn, I got $1 million. Let's get back to work. Because it's no money, bro. Once you have $1 million, then you realize, shit, this is nothing, man. In La Jolla, you're going to pay 600, 700 grand for a house. It won't even be a great house.
Even. You were 1.2 now, La Jolla.
Yeah, so you're back out of money. You're like, what is this, man?
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's going to be worth a lot of money in 30 years. You do not want to buy a house because you're taking money and you're putting it down in an address. Why would I want to like lock in on? I want to put it in me. I want to get, because I can move, man. I can go to Pluto. My house can't. Right? I can move. I can be nimble. Maybe I need to leave the United States for a while. There's a lot of opportunities on this planet.
Sure.
You'd be a genius in South America, dude.
Sure. What's the dumbest thing you've ever spent your money on? Like on some just like wild shit, immature.
Oh, just immature stuff?
Yeah. Something fun.
I mean, I don't have that problem, but dumb stuff. I bought this sofa for my I bought this dumbass round sofa that looked like it had a big penis in the middle of it.
How much?
I don't know, $7 grand. It wasn't that stupid, dude. Okay. You know, I buy my wife a Chanel. Chanel.
My question for you.
Let me just tell you, the Chanel purse. That's not stupid either, because nothing makes a woman happier than a Chanel purse.
So, question for you.
I don't care how good you are in bed, dude. That Chanel purse lasts way longer than you do. I'm just keeping it real, dude.
Tell him.
Every day she picks it up, dude, and she wants to show it to her girlfriends. I mean.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So this
you
is
getting off the Chanel thing. I can hear your chicks downstairs saying, "Oh yeah." Chanel crosses every age.
But here's my honest question, and this is a personal question.
Yeah.
The whole idea of work-life balance, not where you're at now, Grant Cardone, but Grant Cardone who's hustling and hungry and building it. Is it real? Is it fake? Is it possible?
The work-life balance?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't do that. I do life. I do life. I'm not trying
work-life integration.
I'm not a waiter trying to carry a plate. I don't do that. I'm going to go to that Thrive deal today, and everybody's going to be talking about the work balance because it's a big sales thing because everybody wants it. So it's a big pitch. It's bullshit. Okay, I want life. I want life. I'm not trying to balance my marriage. I'm not trying to find time for the kids. What I did was I basically took a marker on a table like this and said, what does my damn life look like?
Okay. That's
what I do every day. When I go to work, I go to life. When I do this interview, I'm doing me.
Sure.
You know, and if you can't be you, man, damn, you're in trouble. So I don't become a salesman. I don't become a husband. I don't become the dad, right? I don't become the guy. I raised $100 million for charity last year. That's one of the I'm probably one of the largest. I mean, that's a lot of money, dude. Almost $110 million.
Good job.
Okay, and so I don't say, okay, I got to go be a charitable guy now. I got to go be the church guy now. I got to go be the dude. I'm doing my life. So I just drew out the deal and said, what does my life look? What does my business look like?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What makes you happy? And especially now, you've seen a lot, you've done a lot, you've accomplished a lot. What genuinely makes you happy?
Meeting new people, man, making new friends. You know, I like to help a lot of people. You know, I'm interested in my legacy at this point. You know, I'm interested. You know, I got a lot of the stuff I want. You know, but I'd like to help people. Like I just did a gig in Vegas, and there was a lot of Chinese people and Taiwanese, and I was like, dude, man, damn, these are friends, man. Yeah. See, I want my kids, the thing I want to give my kids is not money. I want to give my kids friendships all over the world.
Oh, that's nice.
So like, oh, I knew your dad, man. You know, that would be like, wow, dude, that would be awesome.
True legacy. Okay, so we'll take some from the audience because I've ignored you guys because I want to be real. I've been very fucking selfish. I'm using my time.
I think selfish is a good thing. People should be selfish.
Okay, so we got some stuff here. Regina says, that's so true. She loves Chanel, by the way.
Yeah.
Cheyenne says BG and Grant doesn't get better than that. Cheyenne, you're 1,000% right. I love you. Okay, hold on. You guys are all commenting.
We should offer the audience. Hey, if you guys, let's offer him what he got, the Playbook to Millions.
Playbook is dope. So actually, Grant Cardone, make a sales pitch.
It's 420 pages. Okay, it's Playbook to Millions. And this is what I was saying earlier. Okay, what I said earlier was, if I was to start my career over again, I've written 7 books. 12 best-selling, award-winning sales programs. I've worked with Google, Facebook, I mean, big, huge, giant, big contracts. I wouldn't do what I did. I wouldn't go straight to the sales pitch today. I would go to the money thing. Get your freaking head right about money, because if you're failing with money, you're not going to do good at sales or marketing.
Best question ever for you.
Yeah.
So a lot of people here, and especially like my team and myself, you know, let's just take the average American that's making, you know, 50 grand, right? $54,000, and then the idea of, quote, I don't know if you call it save, investing, whatever, however you want to position it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people say, well, I don't even have enough money to survive. So how can I be investing? How can I be saving, etc.? What would you tell them?
I would say, look, if you live in California, you're paying 13% of that, $54,000 a year, to some people you hate.
Sure.
If you can figure out how to pay Whole Foods, Exxon, and Visa, and you can't pay yourself, that's why you need Playbook to Millions.
Okay.
Because you're paying the wrong people. So somebody asked me what I made last year. You can't ask me this question, by the way, okay? But they asked me what I made.
You already know I was going to ask it at some point. I'll take the next 2 years.
And I told the dude, he's like, why would you tell me so easily? I said, I told the IRS. What did I tell you? I got nothing to hide, dude. So, now, so that being said, I would just say, look, if you can't figure out how to invest in you, you have no chance. Okay, put a sign on your face.
Let's get tangible with that.
I'm over.
A lot of people hear that they say invest in you. What does that mean? Invest in you.
Your commitments involve resources and time. If you make a commitment to improve your life that is not followed up with time and money, you didn't make a commitment. You're just sitting there jacking yourself. Oh, I'm committed. I'm talking in the mirror. You can go talk in that mirror until you're freaking 30, till you're 90.
Right.
Okay? You have to take action, man, which means people do what they're committed to doing. Like when you pay money for a gym membership, you're like, damn, I need to go down there. You don't even want to go. I need to go down there. I need to go down there. When you put food in your refrigerator, you're likely, if you open my refrigerator in Miami, you're going to see the whole left side, nothing but vegetables. It's freaking loaded, man. Bananas, watermelons, all kind of great stuff, right? By the way, y'all got that nailed here in California, man. The best freaking vegetables and fruits. And well, everything's made here, right? Yeah. You go to Miami, you don't see any of that stuff. But the point is that whole left side, now we waste a lot of fruit at my house. It goes bad because I can't get it. Yeah. See, the way I grew up, you don't waste anything, man. You eat half of a banana, put it back in a container, put it back in the refrigerator. In my house, we waste shit. Okay, so that left side of that refrigerator is designed to remind me eat healthy because my commitments follow where my money went and my time. So I would just tell people, look, if you have a money problem, first of all, you weren't taught anything about money that was constructive.
Ever.
Your mom and daddy didn't know anything about money. Yeah. But they tried to pass on the money message. You know, the closest you probably got to a money message was the preacher saying, you know, you have no chance to get to heaven if you're rich. You know that pitch?
Yep. I mean, I grew up in private Catholic school my whole life. I've heard that message forever. And people villainize money so much. It's so
totally,
evil.
Dude.
I mean, every fucking conversation, I'm just like, dude, it's opportunity. It gives you experiences. It gives you the opportunity to help other people.
Yeah, I'm like, man. And by the way, sir, if you don't want it, why did you pass that basket? Because right after you said that, then you sent the basket around, man. I mean, I knew this at 8 years old. I'm like, this is a pitch. Ever since I was 8 years old, I wanted money. I remember losing a quarter. I tell this story all the time, but I love this story because I lost a quarter, man. And my dad said, don't play with money. And my grandfather said, never have 1 quarter. And I'm telling you, my grandfather was right, dude, okay? Yeah. So, and there's a combination there, you know? So I would just tell people, look, you have to get your money right because why would you learn how to sell, go through rejection, follow people up, spend money on marketing, invest money? Why would you do that if you don't have your money right? The chick, Gary Vaynerchuk said to me, he's like, you know, today a girl can work for $40,000 for your company or 50, or she could work for herself for the same 50. I said, that's stupid, dude. He's like, what's stupid? Nobody should work for 50 grand. Everybody should be trying to figure out, how do I work for Billy Jean for 50? He takes care of me right there, gives me an opportunity, teaches me a bunch of stuff, and how do I make 50, another 50 with him?
Got it.
And so you actually have some money left over.
Multiplying, going back to that same
exactly.
concept.
So how do I make it? How do I keep it? You don't keep it to save it. You keep it to use it to make more. And then how do I multiply it? And that's what the Playbook to Millions is. I'll do the pitch.
Yeah.
It's 420 pages. Okay, if you text 96,000 to text Cardone, my name, last name, and I didn't plan on doing this. I'm doing this at Thrive, so I'm going to offer it to your audience. Yeah. Text my name, Cardone, to 96,000. It's a $5,400 package. Okay, I'll do it for $495.
I like that.
It's a 90% deal. And look, if you don't like it, you can send it back to me. I'll give you the money back. Okay, I'm not going to give you the money back on that. I'm gonna lend you $500 because you're having a hard time. And I'll always have $500. My money's indestructible at this point. Indestructible. How would you like to know that when you go to sleep? Like, my wealth is indestructible. Nothing on this planet short of nuclear.
I have the best question for you.
Yeah.
Really fast. Everyone to go buy that shit. I bought it like literally like
You
like,
got the deal
for me,
before we knew each other.
I literally invest in myself all the fucking time. Like I saw it for 2 seconds, like, oh, that's cool, and I just bought it.
Yeah.
Period. And I checked it out. It's fantastic. You should do it. You're a bad person if you don't. You're gonna have like 10 years of bad luck.
And it's got sales in it. It's got sales in it. Okay, the first thing it's gonna do is teach you 4 chapters on money that I've used to go from 0 to where I'm at today. I'm probably worth today. I got $500 million worth of real estate. I'm not bragging. This is all documentable. I'm not driving Lambos.
$500 million.
I'm not driving Lambos.
But have you had a Lambo?
No.
Okay.
We got 2 Range Rovers that are paid for, and no big deal. I'm not showing off. I love watches, but I can go a week without wearing a watch. I mean, I don't do stupid stuff, right? I don't wear fancy clothes, and but I'm saying that because everybody watching this, man, there's nothing I could do for people more than teach them how to get their money right. I cannot tell you.
I agree with that.
There's nothing, man. If you can't get your money right, you can't help anybody.
Question.
Yeah.
This is my favorite one so far. So here's Grant Cardone. He comes on, and outside looking in, everything looks perfect. I mean, the man's fucking, he's helping people, he's donating $100 million, he's making a shitload of money, he's traveling, he's living life on his terms, he's having fun in the process.
I work my ass off, too.
He works his ass off. Again, he just came from Vegas to immediately come here, and then go to Thrive, and then do a whole bunch of it. So the man's on fire.
Tell him how to get the program again real quick.
You text 96000 to 96,000. If you're outside the country, you need to add whatever country code. Cardone to 96,000. It's a 420-page digital download with video, 4 hours of webcast that's going to walk you from where you are. I don't care where you are. Dude, you're in poverty with $70,000 worth of debt. I guarantee I can make you a millionaire.
And it's entertaining too. That matters. Entertain, educate, execute.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge right now for Grant Cardone, and like not like a fluff answer, like what are you straight up struggling with right now?
Well, I mean, a lot of things. I'm always struggling with stuff, man. Like I don't know if this is a mindset thing but everything's a struggle for me. But my marriage is great. Kids are great. You know, I want to scale out, man. I want to scale out fast. I'm running out of time. I feel like you've heard me say this, Jared.
Racing against the clock right now.
Yeah, I'm running out of time. I'm 58 years old.
Why don't you have a TV show like Shark Tank?
You know, that's another struggle. Why you gotta make
That's why I brought it up, because I was looking at your shit and I was like, God, he's got this dope content. Like, how is my man not front facing NBC right now?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me shoot myself right now. I'm gonna grab my piece right now and shoot myself.
There it is. The mic dropped on that. What shit is happening?
You know, I don't know. You know, that's the thing, man. I wanted a TV show. I don't have it. I should have a TV show, no doubt about it. Yeah. We do 5 shows a week. I do a show on real estate on Mondays on Grant Cardone TV. We have our own studios because I'll tell you why I don't have a show, okay? It's probably because the networks are in a lot of disruption like everything else. And so they don't know who to go with, so they just go with people they know already. We created a studio, Grant Cardone TV. We do a real estate show on Mondays. These are all free shows. Yeah. Tuesday I do a show on a book review. Wednesdays I do a show with my wife. Me and Elena do a show on marriage and business. You got to get your wife on the same page with you. You guys are going home at night and your wife's saying, "What you doing all day?" "Trying to buy your purse, bitch." Shit, goddamn, man. And you ladies, you don't need, you're coming home late. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're the big earner. Yep. And your husband's like, "Where you been all day?" Don't be a little jealous bitch, man. You know, like y'all got to get on the same page. Get your freaking money right, man. Yeah. It's gonna get harder and harder.
They just heard it downstairs. They had to delay.
It's not gonna get easier. It's gonna get harder. Okay, so you know, I want to take my real estate business public. We just opened a fund. Yeah. So I'm starting to allow accredited investors to invest with me. But I'd like to go to Wall Street and
I had a question about the show.
Ring the bell one day and like do a $4 billion offer.
Okay, I like that. But so back with the show, the reason why I asked that in particular is because you guys do advertising, right? You do paid advertising, etc. So I'm kind of like, well, if you already have the distribution within yourself, just like email lists and advertising and all that, why even go the network route, and why not just spend X amount of dollars to get that amount of viewers and make an offer? And like, why go network? Who cares about the network? Is guess kind of my thing.
I do.
Why?
Because
is it an ego thing? Is it an ego thing?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, because you can get your own viewers. You have the attention.
Yeah. If you were to run viewers for what?
For your show. If you want to do any kind of show right now, you literally can just run Facebook ads, or you could pay an agency. I don't know who you would call, but we can get you as much traffic as you want. We can make offers at the end. We can make it profitable. Why go NBC? Why go ABC? Why deal with all that jazz?
Because traditional TV still, dude, like You're a TV star. Do they do billboards? They do buses. They do, I mean, it's still.
It's the real deal.
I mean, it's going to change, but it's still, I mean, I'd love to be on Netflix, dude. I'd love to have, we did a TV show called Whatever It Takes. I'd love to be on Netflix.
Whatever It Takes is Grant Cardone.
Huh? Can you sell that glass of water?
Sell me this glass of water, Grant Cardone.
I'll be happy to, man.
Okay.
I'll be happy to. First of all, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you for being here.
Now, what consummates a sale here?
I'll buy it or I won't buy it.
Okay.
Hold on. And this is expensive water.
Okay.
This one's going to cost a little bit.
Okay. First of all, I want to tell you this, okay? This right here. I'm not going to do this one though. Okay. Because you already had that one. I'm going to sell you.
Something new, all right.
I'm going to sell you mine, okay? Okay. This is what I'm going to do. The water's free. You know that. Water's free.
Yeah.
But this glass is mine. Okay.
So Grant
Have you seen enough to make a decision? I'm going to sign this right now.
Tell me more about why a Grant Cardone glass of water is different than a Billie Jean glass of water.
Now you'll have yours and mine, and you'll be able to remember this day.
I'll give you 100 for it, I'm going to keep the rest.
Why wouldn't I ask for the close early on? Why go? That's my water, man.
Like you said, I have both.
Yeah.
So I got Grant.
But see, you guys spend all this time trying to do a pitch. Well, why not go for the close? All you had to do is say no, and then I got to bone up again, right?
Love it.
So, anyway, I think we got sidetracked there, but
we did. So, a couple questions from you guys, and we'll let these guys do the thing. Do you guys have anything you'd like to ask Mr. Grant Cardone? He's right here. We're live in the studio. Everybody's commenting. He's taking his money back over. This is crazy. Let's see. Anybody got any specific questions you want to ask on our stream here? We can't see the questions coming in over there.
I'm going to ask you a good question, okay? You see
You
see what I'm doing. You see what I'm doing. What could I be doing better? When you see me doing my deal, we've got a Facebook ad out there. I'm marketing. Yeah. Like, what would you say, dude? They don't know what they're doing there. Because, by the way, we don't know what we're doing. Okay?
Sure.
I don't know what I'm doing in a lot of areas.
I think with the value of your training and me personally having seen them and realizing it's the real deal. And I don't just say that to bullshit. I wouldn't have asked you guys to come here if I didn't, think it was. But I think you guys should be. How much are you guys spending in advertising a month right now on like Cardone University?
I think we spend about $80,000 a month in advertising, 80 to 100 maybe.
Yeah, with the audience, it's like we spent last month probably about 120 grand, and I mean we don't have anywhere near the attention as you guys. We don't have anywhere the content, the accolades, etc.
Yeah.
So to me, something is wrong in your funnel where
funnel?
Yeah,
we don't have a funnel.
That's what I'm saying. Like you guys literally should, no exaggeration.
The plane crashes in the desert. There's no funnel. Man.
Yeah, I think.
And then I send another plane up.
That's what I'm saying. So I think you guys are missing consistency and predictability, and not having a funnel in place. And I think you should be spending, no exaggeration, $1 million in advertisements between Facebook and YouTube.
A month?
And then a month. And every single time you spend $1, you should know to the T how much you're going to make. So for example, every time we spend, $1,100, I know I'm going to get a sale that's going to bring in about $5K, and I'm okay with those numbers. And even if the margin's smaller, guess what? I don't fucking care. Literally, we are blasting advertisements and just people are like, damn, how much you spent last month? I'm like, shit, I didn't realize it because I just saw how much we made as a result. So I think just having that process in place, you're, at least on the income on this side, and honestly, you can do it in an automated way where it takes zero of your time, so you can continue to do it.
We haven't figured that out either.
I think that's what it is. So I think with you have such a background.
I think he's pitching me now.
Well, I'm just saying. I know some people who do this, but I'm just saying. So I think
I'm not selling you. By the way, y'all got to quit saying this. Look, I'm not selling you.
I'm helping you.
Saying that to people, huh?
What, that line?
I hear people say, "Look, I'm not selling you. I'm not the sales guy. I'm not selling you anything." Y'all got to quit saying that to people. Y'all got to go in with the freaking intent to kill.
Yeah.
Like to kill the deal, to finish the deal,
Grant
to get
Cardone,
the girl. Yeah.
I'm selling you right now with your content and what you guys have. I think we can make you a disgusting amount of money, but that's a different story. We can talk about that off camera. I'm just saying,
all that's the same story to me, because more money and more attention helps me help more people.
Absolutely, and that's the fun part too, is when you have that predictability, and every time you spend one, you're going to get three. You literally can spend so much, you can be everywhere. Literally, you're already everywhere. You will be fucking everywhere.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Here's a question: how can I better support my husband in his career ventures?
Yeah, it's hey, you need to sit down with him once a week on Sundays and say, hey, where are we going? What are we doing? And where are we at right now?
Hear that, baby?
Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we at? Where's the money? How are we doing? Are we worried every second of every day? I remember watching my mom at 16 years old She was terrified every day, man. I was like, and I couldn't do anything about it. Well, I didn't think I could have done something about it, but I didn't think I could, right? And I just remember, like, I don't want to grow up like this, where every day I'm worried. So, you know, my wife, she goes out, she comes, I said, what'd that cost, baby? I don't know. I said, you got to know. You need to know what we spent. I'll buy it for you anyway.
Yeah.
But I got to know that you know, so that we know that we can.
I got a question for you. I know you're not a fan of budgets, but do you track your expenses, et cetera? So do you have an idea of, like, you just go?
No. I spend 95% of my time, maybe 98 on offense, and 2 or 3%. I don't have a spending problem.
Gotcha.
And all spending problems can be cured with income.
Got it.
So I think people spend a lot of time on, like I did, trying to stop drugs. They're spending time on not spending because you don't make money. You don't make money. That's the problem.
So in other words, focus on the fucking income.
Totally, man. Totally, because
how do I increase the production of low performers on my sales team?
Said, how do I increase the production of low performers on the sales team?
you get rid of them.
That shot of honesty. You hear that talking shit? You're fired!
You
And then downstairs listening.
Y'all don't worry about anybody. Y'all don't get rid of anybody. Y'all are like, oh my God, what if I have turnover? You already have turnover. You have somebody not producing. They're basically filling in a hole and doing nothing. So let them leave. Maybe they get their shit together and come back.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't. Maybe they go work for your competition.
Here's a question. What's it like working for Grant Cardone? So I saw that show, Whatever It Takes. I'm like, dude,
that's
my
exactly
man,
what it's like working for me.
I was going to say, I keep it
not-
pretty real, but I
it's-
felt like there was a different level of intensity
Dude,
there.
we shot those 6 shows, the first season, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
6 shows, shot in 6
Which is fucking fire, by the way. If you guys aren't watching it, like on some no hype,
Totally free.
like go look at it, and you're just like this whole sell this glass of water, you'll immediately see where we got that
Whatever
from.
it
But
takes,
it's
whatever it
dope.
takes.
Yeah.
It's in Russia. Russia TV picked it up, but
Nice.
I'm a Russian guy. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. So it's called Whatever It Takes. It's on Grant Cardone TV. There's 12 episodes, 2 seasons now, and it's how I hire people. We did the show so that I could get around the hiring problem. I can't ask you if you're on drugs.
Right.
I can't ask you if you cheat on your wife. I can't ask you if you're on antidepressants. But when I do a TV show, I can ask you anything.
I like that.
So now it was like, yeah, dude, tell me about your money, man. Let me see your phone, man. Did you see the
That was
second
dope,
season?
yeah.
Let me see your phone, man. I started going through there. Who's this chick? And why does this one look different than the first one?
So
man?
that was real as hell. That happened.
Oh, bro, nobody knew that was how. Like, that was as real as it gets. Like,
Imagine that going in to interview for a job and he just takes your phone. He's like, I'm gonna check this shit out right now.
but it's because we did a TV show. We would not do
Right.
that in a regular job because I'd get
Absolutely.
sued, right?
Sure.
But so what did I do? Creative guy that I am, committed.
Yep.
I'm like, hey, man, the government won't let me ask people. I don't know what I'm getting into. You know the problem with this. So I'll just do a TV show, get around the whole thing,
Let me go for it.
and find out what I got.
Love it. Any other questions for Mr. Grant Cardone, people? Let me see.
I
You
think,
guys all just commenting and shit.
I
You're
think
making
the
comments.
best question was the one I asked to you.
Do you have any more questions for me? Would you like to?
Dude,
that's-
I tell you what, I do like the idea of spending $1 million a month in advertising.
Dude,
That
I'm
got
so-
me excited. It was worth coming here just for that.
That'll be 20,000.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
lay it on the table, Mr. Grant Cardone.
Hold on.
Everyone, go buy the playbook. Like, just fucking invest in yourself. Don't think about it. I don't care if you have money. Just buy it. You can't say this, but I can make a claim for you. If you buy it, I think you will make a lot more money as a result of it, and you'll be a lot happier.
You're gonna have to get your head wrapped around money. You guys are walking around scared every day. Okay, every day. I know because I did it. You live on an economic planet. Money is more real than gravity. Like everywhere you go, you're being reminded of your limitations. So every time you get angry, just ask yourself, how many times in a week do you get angry because you don't have the money? Or you're like, damn it, I hope she doesn't order both the steak and the lobster. You ever done that with your wife?
I did that with my mom.
Yeah.
Took my mom out for Mother's Day, and literally it was like, damn, don't look on that
I hope
side.
she doesn't do that, right?
Yeah,
And-
like
but
that.
you see, oh man, these people are so expensive. Every time you have that reaction to money, this is what you need to know. You're being reminded you hadn't made enough money. It's not because the Four Seasons charges too much. People shouldn't have to live like that, man. You should go where you want. When you go on a vacation, you should be able to go to the nicest place, man. Why? Because they got good people there.
Yeah.
If the breakfast is included, you don't want to stay there. Encore did give us free breakfast today, though.
That's what happens when you win that much money.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, that was Billie Jean and Grant Cardone. Really want to thank you for coming out, man. I appreciate
Godfather,
it.
the Godfather right here, the Godfather of customer satisfaction.
Acquisition, baby.
Acquisition, yeah, because we don't even, I was like, really? Is that customer satisfaction? Acquisition, that's smart. That's
what we do. That's what we do. But yeah, you guys, thank you for watching. And that's it. That's a wrap. Paul, kill the feed. Thank you for being here, Billy. Wait. Paul, don't kill it. Did you kill it? Grant Cardone. Tell them Billie Jean is marketing. Say it with your chest.
Billie Jean is marketing.
Boom! Now we can cut that shit off. It's a wrap.
That's good.